Good afternoon from the Ice Ranch in Littleton, Colorado. This is the Twisted Wrister 2022 championship game. Valor looking for their third consecutive Twisted Wrister tournament, and to do so, they will have to defeat Chaparral Wolverines. Chaparral comes in after a win over Regis in an overtime game in a shootout, a seven-person shootout or seven-player shootout. Valor did the same. They had a shootout as well in Daniel Galushka. It's the goal to send Valor to their third consecutive championship game. Let's give you the lineup here. And I'm Manny Furtado. I'm here with Mike Shaw today on camera. Glad to have everybody on board. For Valor, Cooper Robinson will be in net. He's number 1. He's backed up by Trudeau Coffey, number 33. Top line is Owen Walsh, number 14, flanked by Galushko, number 17, and Carter Charles, number 16. Garrett Coveney centers the second line. He's got Alec Alfieri, number 12, on the left side. Number 18 is Ben Larson. He's on the right side. And then Andrew Jenkins, the good-looking sophomore. He's the centerman, number 24, as he has Brooks Wright, number 15, on the left, and Chase Whitmore, number 25, on the right-hand side. A couple of seniors. And the senior centerman, Noah Fekete. Noah Fekete has the freshman, Maddox Charles, the freshman, number 23, on the left-hand side, and Henry Barnes, the senior, number 27, on the right-hand side. The blue line looks like this. Familiar pairing thus far in the tournament. Aiden Owen, number 7, along with Edward Chen, the sophomore, number 4. Second line, another senior, Nicholas Morona, number 11, along with Colton Campbell, number 2. And the third pairing is Simon Terosian, number 6, along with Jeremy Muir, number 10. Chaparral looks like this. They're coached by Ryan Finnefrock. And Ryan Finnefrock has Peter Burke in goal, number 29, backed up by James Stark, number 1. He's the goalie that faced Valor earlier. Andrew Jones, 19, with Ryan Connolly, 21, and Luke McCall, 20. Gregory Pierce, number 9, with Sam Burgess, number 2, and Justin Lee, number 18. On the right-hand side is that second line. Christian Leon, number 16, is a senior. He's got another senior to his right, Renner Farrell, number 14. And on the left-hand side is Castellino, Sam Castellino, number 4. Hayden Kolzinski is number 8. He's the senior blue liner, along with Carson Bontempo. Keep an eye on Bontempo. He's a freshman. He's number 7. Jake Klinkhammer is number 12. He's paired with Peyton Ring, number 15. And then Sawyer Judge, number 5, is along with Trevor Severson. And that is your Chaparral Wolverines. For Valor, they've got George Gwozdecki along with Adrian Wiedemann, Sean Capel, Max Starr, and Jeff Martin on the bench here today. We are just about underway, and we're ready to go in this championship game as Valor comes in with their home whites, with the eagle head on the jersey, on the front of the crest. And starting this game out is going to be Garrett Coveney, along with Alec Alfieri and Ben Larson. And opposite is Andrew Jones. Jones, who's got 3 goals thus far in the tournament, goes up against Coveney, who's got 5. We're ready to go. Coveney swats it back, and Valor controls with the head-up ice. Comes over to Alfieri on the left edge of the circle. Shot goes! It got tipped in. Alfieri takes the shot. It was tipped off a Chaparral stick, and with 6 seconds into this game, it is 1-0. And here we see it again as it got tipped up and over as the defenseman, Severson, got a stick on it, and Alfieri gets a goal. And for Alec Alfieri, he now has 2 goals in this tournament. So we'll catch you up to the action. And that came at the 16:44 mark, and it is 1-0. Alfieri was trying to pass that puck, I believe, in, and it was just tipped off. 16:44, and the assist will go to the defenseman who made that initial pass, and I think that might have been Muir. We'll try and pick that up a little bit later. Aiden Owen marches in from his left point, and the puck gets tipped away, but Walsh is there guarding the right point, sends it back over to the right-hand side. Chen's shot. Carter Charles lurking. Charles hassling from behind. That's Kolzinski, and Kolzinski's able to move the puck up and out. This is going to go for an icing call as Pierce Gregory Just needed a little relief and sends it the length of the ice. So Chaparral finds themselves in a 1-goal deficit early in this one. They were outshot by Regis, but hockey's a funny sport, and they were able to force overtime and win in a shootout. So this team is dangerous. You don't want to give them too much. Morona with the puck takes this shot, and it's seen the distance by Burke. Burke came in with a .880 save percentage. He had, and that first goal is really not his fault. That's tough. It's tipped right in front of him. Over on the far side, the puck swept up the half boards, and chopping at it and giving chase now is Castellino. Castellino forces the play there by Robinson as Campbell moves it along the half wall, and it's touched up and moved over to the far right-hand side. Giving chase is Henry Barnes. He's going to get to it first as Burke came all the way out. And now right in front, trying to make that pass was Fekete. He's denied. Picking up the puck is Maddox Charles. Sauces one up to the right to the sophomore Edward Chen. His shot goes wide. Fekete back down to Barnes. Barnes up high. Morona squares up, takes the shot, and Burke goes to the pads to make the save. It is 1-0 early in this contest. And let's see how Burke shakes that off. It's good to get some shots in on goal after giving up an early one like that. Regardless of how it goes in, you want to get your confidence back. And taking this face off is Pierce Gregory. Gregory, the centerman, he's out there along with Burgess. And I think we've got Connolly, so we've mixed up the lines just a little bit here. And the pass in front was tipped aside, and here comes Connolly marching out as Muir shadows him. Muir with the long stick gives it back up, and the shot, and gotta be aware. And here's a second shot right in front, sweeping play, and again Valor trying to punch that puck over to the half boards, and they're finally able to move the puck up and out as Whitmore has it. Whitmore looks to take the zone, and Brooks Wright stays on side with a stretch there. Wright on his backhand. Squares up, looks for a man in the middle. That was Whitmore. Whitmore got a piece of it and on goal, but Burke was there. And on the far side, working his way down the left-hand side was Kolzinski, the big defenseman. Kolzinski on the forecheck as he pins up Tarosian. Jenkins is there to give a hand. Muir's got it. Muir drags it back, finds some room. Alfieri. Alfieri has it stripped off his stick, and walking in is Pierce Gregory. Alfieri gathers it back in. Whitmore, far side, makes the move, but Coveney's offside. Coveney did his best to stay on side. He started moving laterally along the blue line, but Whitmore made a move to the inside, and Coveney couldn't help but be offsides there. Gary Coveney, who has 5 goals, tied with Carter Charles for the team lead thus far in goals. And Aiden Owen is able to get it in deep past Severson. Severson bodied up by Alfieri. And Aiden Owen sweeps in, and Coveney picks up that position right in front as Alfieri tried to get a piece of it. He had a good screen in on Burke. Burke was able to make the save, and here comes the transition. Larson, right-hand side, right in front. Aiden Owen looking again. Coveney covering. Coveney back over to Aiden Owen, top of the circle, back to Coveney, past him. Chen looks down low. And back to Chen. Here comes Aiden Owen with that shot. It's seen, chopped at. Owen has to drag it out, protects it, and moves it over to his D partner. Up ice, Larson with a nice move as he received that pass and turned quickly. Morona, the offensive-minded defenseman. And Coveney will reset as he finds over on the far side, Colt Campbell. Campbell put it in softly and dragging the puck out. Christian Leon. Leon runs into a host of players. Galushko with a hard pass over to the far side. Puck is picked back up by the defenseman Klinkhammer. And back behind the cage, Morona sidesteps the forecheck of Castellino. Back up high is Galushko. Hands it off, and a nice play by Carter Charles. Passes it to himself. Back over to the far side. As Campbell winds up, takes the shot, and this time Burke is there with the glove save. Burke keeps it a one-goal game. 12:05 into this first period. 1-0. As we mentioned, Peter Burke, opposite of him, Cooper Robinson. Robinson has only given up one goal in this tournament. 51 saves for a .980 goal against average. I think he might have given up two, perhaps. Perhaps the stats sheet wasn't up to speed. Here's the pass up through the slot. Chaparral trying to break it out. That's Andrew Jones, the first-line centerman, but he's canceled by Fecity. And Campbell over on the far side heads it back up over to Maddox Charles. He battled for it. Campbell's got it. Tips it back to Morona, and on the stick of Barnes. Barnes taken off the play as Fecity hoists it to himself. Fecity with a man in front. That was Maddox Charles. Pass never got through. Puck back up over to Campbell right on the doorstep. Fecity gets untangled. Barnes is there, puts it right in front. And again, Campbell's shot doesn't go through. Campbell absorbs a check. Maddox Charles hits the brakes, tips it back up to the point. Here's the shot as it went off Fecity. Fecity hustling into the corner, takes the position as the feed over to Maddox Charles. Just misses the mark, and now on a break, breaking in is Connolly. Scores! Connolly ties it up 1-1. And for Ryan Connolly, his 5th goal of the tournament, ties it up. It is 1-1 here at the 10:59 mark. And you look at that spring play, and let's see if we can get another look at it. Mike Shaw, we get a good look at it from Cooper Robinson. And Connolly had a head of steam, and he had a jump on everybody. And he goes 5-hole and scores on Cooper Robinson. So Ryan Connolly, the senior, makes it 1-1. Connolly got a nice pass right up the slot, and he was gone. And so Connolly scores that goal with 11 minutes remaining in this first period. Saw his speed. He's a senior. He's teamed up there with Luke McCall. Remember that name, Jake McCall, his brother, with Valor. And so McCall brothers faced off against each other a couple of times that season. And so Lee's going to take this face-off going up against Jenkins. And off the face-off, Mears got it. Has some trouble with it, gets some help from Jenkins, but Mears able to get it over to the half boards, and here comes Wright. Wright streaks through as he's challenged by Ring. Wright tries to get that pass up through the slot, unable to, but is able to get it back to the point. Waiting for it again is Wright. As he protects it, Jenkins scoops up the loose puck and feeds it back up to the point. Here's the shot, ricochets back to the Valor end as Pierce Gregory made himself a nice block. And the long pass banks off the mid-ice boards, and Brooks Wright has got it. Wright with the toe drag move. Whitmore on the far side. Whitmore slings it back down low. Wright can't catch up to it, and getting to it first is Kolzinski. And back behind the play, we've got, let's see, we've got I think the net just came off the moorings. And so the face-off comes outside of the zone here. Perhaps the puck went out of play. Either way. So Garrett Coveney lines up versus Christian Leon. And it's fed back as Chen's got it. Slides it around back behind Burke's cage. Chen jumps into the play. Marching out is Leon. Leon was looking ahead of ice as he had Castellino. Alfieri tries to navigate his way past Severson, Severson sends it back over to the far side. And it's put right back in as with time, Leon finds the half boards and waiting for it now is Castellino. Castellino gets tied up by Aiden Owen. Walking away with the puck is Farrell. Farrell works it into the Valor end. Aiden Owen needs some support. Farrell's got it. Farrell twists it back, but Aiden Owens waiting. Larson stretches. Chen's got it. Chen, pass right off of Larson's boot. Drifts in on Burke, and with time, Klinkhammer feeds it back into the corner and awaits the return feed. Klinkhammer sensing the pressure. Got that puck off right away. Puck is moved into the slot. Picking it up was Galushko. Galushko went high up and over the cage. And the puck goes the distance. So we've got an icing call. We're coming back to our left-hand side, as Valor designated the home team with the top record in the tournament. And tipped back over as Morona guides it into the corner softly. That was Campbell with the shot. And walking out is McCall. McCall protecting the puck. Looks for the trailer. Walsh knocks it aside, sends it back up to the point. And a little puck is punched back out, swept back in deep. Campbell with some speed, got to it first. Galushko quickly, the no-look outlet feed, back over to Carter Charles. Carter Charles dumps it in. Walsh gives chase. Here's this shot. Goes up and over the glove, and there's Campbell again. Campbell wastes no time, puts it down low. Carter Charles right in front. Walsh was lurking one more time. Campbell steps in from his D position. Little backhand feed. Here comes Galushko's shot. And that one is scooped up by Burke. Not a lot of traffic in front. Galushko's got a pretty good shot. He's got some velocity on it, as does his pass. And so Noah Fekete lines up. See if he can win it over to Barnes or back. It's touched up, and the puck is picked back up by Burgess. Sends it in. Pierce Gregory on the chase and avoiding it as Tarosian made a little head fake. Fekete from his backside is able to get the pass over to Barnes. And giving chase is Maddox Charles, who rides his man, number 15, Peyton Ring, into the boards. Ring gives it up, but the puck is picked back up, and it's a race for it in front of your viewing. And stepping through some traffic was Justin Lee, but he advances just beyond the blue line before he gives it up. Muir quickly to the far side, off of Fekete's stick. Knocked back out to center, and coming away with it is Christian Leon. Leon challenged by Barnes. Hoists him into the boards, lifts him up a bit. And working down low is Farrell. Farrell stripped off by Fekete. Gets some help from Muir. Farrell continues to work. Fekete moves the puck quickly. Maddox Charles sends a pass over to the far side. Fekete retrieves. Aiden Owen chips it ahead. Barnes is there. Barnes tries to get past number 12. A good play by Klinkhammer as Klinkhammer stood his ground. And back behind, Jenkins lays a left shoulder. Now the puck is jammed up over on the far side boards. Whitmore tips it, and coming away with it is number 8. That was trying to pick up that number. We'll pick it up in a bit. And there's Brooks Wright, who is upended, and Wright, meanwhile, getting a shot in on was Whitmore, and Wright a little frustrated there as he got upended just inside the blue line of Chaparral. It's 1-0, 6:05 remaining in this first period. So Jenkins, right-handed centerman. Going up against Andrew Jones. The puck. Klinkhammer digging for it. Jones lends a hand, and it's a 4-man scrum. And Jones comes away with it, angles a pass off, and with some speed coming in is taking the puck is Connolly. And a breadbasket save. Boy, you do not see that often. And what am I describing? I'm describing an indirect pass, trying to get it past Aiden Owen. And Owen got back. He's got a lot of speed, but so does Connolly. We saw Connolly on his goal, and boy, he got on his horse and was able to shoulder off his man and put that puck right on. So another opportunity for Chaparral, and in a 1-1 game, you don't want to give Connolly too many of those. He didn't have much of an angle as he came in, as Cooper Robinson came out to cut off that angle. But we've seen Connolly now twice. You see him there in your foreground, stepping in. He'll take this face-off. He's normally a left wing. The senior will take this face-off as he's a right-handed stick. Jones is a left-handed stick, and out of that right dot, tries to win it forward. Jones right on the doorstep, but that time Cooper Robinson scoops it up and holds it there. We'll do it again. Except this time they're going to switch it up, and Jones is going to take that face-off. And so let's see what Jones tries to do. He's able to tip it back. Puck is picked up, and unable to get a shot off, though, was Luke McCall. Dragging the puck over to the near side. It's Morona, as he has Jones on his backside. Puck comes back up to the point where Klinkhammer keeps it alive for Chaparral. Looking for a pass in front was Connolly. He was posted in the slot, and Garrett Coveney kicks it forward. Coming away with it is Severson. Severson with the long clear, and apparently was touched up, so icing is waved off, and Morona glancing over his shoulder as he's got a man advancing on him. And the turnover, puck is picked up right in front, and a good play as Morona got back and disrupted Gregory's opportunity. Gregory got a great pass from Sam Burgess as Burgess picked off that puck, and Gregory found himself in a slot with nobody in front of him, but behind him was Nicholas Morona, the senior defenseman, who got back and made a play. So, and this time Justin Lee will take the face-off as he's got Burgess sitting up against the wall. And the puck bounces over to Carter Charles. Charles with some speed races Kozlinski, picks it back up, takes a check as he lost that puck momentarily. And now a race forward onto the near side as Pierce Gregory is pasted into the wall by Owen Walsh. And Cooper Robinson will hang on to the puck here. Another face-off. It's 1-1 here with 4:40 remaining in this first period. Andrew Jones with McCall sitting back behind him. Walsh wins it forward, comes back up to the point, but it comes off as Galushko feeds it ahead, and here comes Walsh. Walsh with a breakaway. Walsh brings it in, and the backhander. Galushko right in front as he put a blind pass looking for Carter Charles. Boy, Peter Burke made two great plays. Number one was on Walsh, but number two was not allowing Galushko's pass to get to the far side. He had Carter Charles all alone on the far side for a tap in. And so we come back to the right-hand side for another face-off. And they're having a conversation with, is the referee having a conversation with Cooper Robinson, the junior netminder. Now off the face-off, Fekete ties up his man. Working through the check is Chen as he banks it off the glass. And the fluttering puck dies right before the goal line. Shot goal as Fekete scores. Fekete picks up the loose puck as a great blind pass right in front. And we get a great look at it as Barnes signals to Fekete to go, and it was tipped, but Fekete gets his stick on it, and it goes up and over Burke. It's 2-1. You see Fekete's actually the third man coming in as Barnes made that pass, and Maddox Charles actually went through the slot and cleared it out for Fekete. So it is 2-1. Fekete from Barnes at the 4-minute mark. And for Noah Fekete, that is his fourth goal of this tournament. As the lines have changed up a little bit, especially on that right-hand side between Larson, Whitmore, and Barnes. It seems like they've all played with different lines, so settling in was Barnes, who some great hustle off that. As Brooks Wright shrugs off the check, brings it in, squares up, takes the shot. Puck is back down in the near side corner as Jenkins moves it back over. Wrap around as Whitmore jams ahead, unable to put it in. And backing up, picking the puck back up. Here comes Whitmore. Whitmore with some daylight takes the shot and just misses wide. And we've got a penalty as it's coming on number 6. That's Trevor Severson. So Severson's going to go to the box, and Valor's going to get their first power play. I don't think I've seen Valor on a power play thus far in the tournament. So Severson goes for a cross. This one comes at the 3:32 mark. And here is your power play lineup as you have Noah Fecate along with Alfieri, Coveney, Aiden Owen, and on the far side is Maddox Charles, who makes a little move over on the far side. It gets tipped off his stick, and jumping in is Andrew Jones. Andrew Jones' shot is deflected, and good defensive play as Robinson came out and sealed that side of the boards and made the save. So Valor winds things up again, and this pass marching ahead is Alfieri. Alfieri drags it back down low as he's got Kolzinski watching him, and Kolzinski makes a good play and is able to rifle it around the boards and ring it out of the zone. Aiden Owen, 1:20 on the clock on the power play. 2:50 remaining in the period. Owen, little trouble, and it's deemed a hand pass as Owen got a piece of it as he gloved it down, and it was touched up immediately after by another Valor player. So that's considered the hand pass. Valor controls with 1:08 remaining in the power play and setting things back up. Walsh guides it back over to Jenkins, who's on his backhand, being watched by Kolzinski. Jenkins back down low, finds Morona up high. Morona settles in on the left-hand side with a bank pass. Walsh rifles it around, and with plenty of room, Jenkins guides it back over. Morona straight ahead. Walsh back to Morona, and this time Morona with the shot, and diving out is Peter Berg. 2-1 Valor. They've got 38 seconds to work with on the power play. 2:10 before the end of this first period. Coach Ryan Finnerfrock huddles in a couple of the troops on the far side. Meanwhile, his top line centerman, Andrew Jones, takes the faceoff. Tarosian with the puck. Tarosian drifting to the left-hand side, finds Walsh. Walsh with some open ice, takes a snapshot in on Burke. And Walsh says, "What me?" as he backs out there. And so for Coach Gwozdecki, he'll change things up as he's got Galushko out there with Whitmore, Carter Charles, Muir, and Larson. Larson picks up that defensive position and holds the line. The puck drifts out and he brings it back out. So Larson with some strong skating jumps through center, takes the zone, sets up along the left boards. Galushko's looks for a shot, and Chaparral is able to clear the zone. 4 seconds, 3 seconds as the pressure from Connolly, and Chaparral is back to full strength. Backhand feed, and Larson over skates. Muir is back and marching ahead. Here comes Kolzinski, the defenseman. Kolzinski tipped off the plate. McCall picks it up. Looks for a centering pass. Galushko shakes off the check and sends a flyer right on the mark. Here comes Whitmore. Whitmore brings it in. Backhand save by Peter Burke. What a save as Whitmore came in and tried to head fake Burke. Burke wasn't up to it, but I think the pass from Galushko was unbelievable. Here comes Fecity as Fecity gets tied up. And really should have been a penalty, and Fecity is frustrated with that non-call earlier, and I don't blame him. I think Severson probably got away with one, but boy, Fecity let his emotions get to him there, is a little frustrated. So Fecity takes a penalty for the second consecutive game, and with 45.7 seconds remaining in the period, he'll have a seat for one. And I think that goes for a rough either way at the 45-second mark. Could have been a high stick. I think it probably was. And so Chaparral gets an offensive zone face-off, 2 minutes up on the board. Jones back over to McCall. Connolly. Near side. Puck is picked back up by Klinkhammer. Klinkhammer man in the side. Connolly sauces it over. McCall. Klinkhammer's shot. Toe save made by Robinson. And Valor is able to clear the zone. Time for one last rush here as 19 seconds is on the game clock. And Luke McCall sets things up with 13 seconds, comes through center. Klinkhammer with the puck, works it in as he's checked hard into the boards by Aiden Owen. And Owen, knowing that the end of the period is coming up here, as there's the buzzer is. Aiden Owen doesn't give him any quarter, and that'll do it. After one, 2-1, Valor leads over Chaparral. And so we will have a quick break, and we'll be back for the second period. This is Manny Furtado with Mike Shaw on Shaw Hockey Productions. We'll be right back. Has a little time to work with, but it's Morona, the defenseman, who picks up the puck and shorthanded will hold it up against the boards down low as Chaparral has to double team him. Walsh comes in with it. Valor gets a shot off as Jeremy Muir takes one from the half boards. Aiden Owen jumps onto the ice, so 59 seconds of power play time remains. As Walsh again going up against Andrew Jones. Jones wins this one back. Luke McCall with a no-look pass up the left wing boards as Walsh on the back check. Aiden Owen is there. And Walsh is going to go to the box for an interference call. Walsh was hustling. So this one comes with 51 seconds remaining of power play time on Fekete's. So we're going to have 5-on-3 for 51 seconds. And then it'll be 5-on-4 unless Chaparral can score here. Here comes McCall. McCall with the puck, sends it back over to the far side as Klinkhammer moves it back over. And in front, Jones tried to pass it right in front. And the loose puck is picked back up as McCall punches it back down. Jones shot, and Galushko does his job as he gets in the way of that one and deflects it. Back to McCall. McCall spins around, and a no-look pass on the stick of Andrew Jones, and Jones is introduced to Aiden Owen. Jones came through the middle, and Owen came from the far side and greets him there, takes him out of the play. Good shoulder check. And so there's 12 seconds of 5-on-3 action. So talk about face-offs meaning something here. Here's the face-off that it comes in. It's won this again by Chaparral, and over on the far side, Klinkhammer with the soft pass. McCall sensing it, sends it right back up, looking dangerous there. Here's Connolly, back over to Connolly, picks it up, shot breadbasket, and Jones was bearing in, but Robinson does not give up a rebound, and so 1:08 remains in the second penalty on Walsh as Fekete returns back to the bench. Jones again off the faceoff. Klinkhammer with the puck. Larson watching him. Coveney in on McCall. McCall sends it back over, and dancing around there is Connolly. Connolly has it tipped, and a little helter-skelter on the part of Chaparral results in an opportunity for Valor to clear the zone. 48 seconds remaining in the power play, and again McCall is that center right wing, and he quarterbacks this power play. Connolly with the pass, no look, back over to Jones, and the shot. Just Robinson got a piece of it. Good execution by Chaparral. As that puck, that pass right in the slot resulted in a great scoring opportunity. And here comes McCall. McCall takes the zone, puts a shot on, and Robinson makes the save. The loose puck over on the near side dot. Trying to dig it out was Terosian, as Terosian is hassled there by Pierce Gregory. Puck comes back up and rejected by Robinson. Again, Klinkhammer manning the wall, but able to get it out was Terosian. As he forces it back out as Justin Lee was there. Fekete on a mission. Larson taps it back. Terosian playing pitch and catch there with Maddox Charles. Back over to Fekete. Fekete, all sorts of room as he had the far side of Burke's cage. I thought Fekete was going to skate it all the way in. He was unchallenged. Hustling into the corner is Fekete, leaves it there for Barnes. Barnes has got nearer, takes it, banks it off the boards over to the far side. The shot was by Chen, never got through. And again, Maddox Charles with it, a no-look pass right over to Barnes. Barnes can't find the handle. Klinkhammer was there, and the clearing pass is picked off by Aiden Owen. Owen with the puck, brings it in. Owen, glove side off of Burke's mitt, and Fekete's got it. Fekete with a man in the middle, guides it back up high. Aiden Owen, the shot, Barnes jumping out of the way. And with the loose puck on the near side, Valor having their way, puts it back down low. Maddox Charles tucks it back down low. Fekete back to Charles, up and over the cage. His younger brother's rooting for him there. And the puck tipped back up, not out. Aiden Owen with to Barnes, ricochets and right on goal. And Burke will take advantage of it. He'll freeze it there. 12:56 to go in this second period, and good pressure by Valor. Best pressure of the game thus far, as Valor was keeping the pressure in on Burke. And you saw Maddox Charles almost get his first goal of this tournament. That shot that he took, I believe, just got tipped up and over the cage. Back to the live action. Brooks Wright pins his man. And the loose puck. The shot there by Jenkins. Jenkins went up and over the cage. That's a couple over Burke's top half of the cage. And the puck is angled off, and icing is called. So we're coming back to our right-hand side as Valor, Kid Apart's man, changes up, puts on the next line, and they keep the same pressure on, as Chaparral has barely been able to get it out of their zone here, although they only trail 2-1. So for Coach Brian Finnefrock, directing traffic out there, as he's got his top centerman out there, Andrew Jones again. Morona winds it around. Whitmore banks it up to the point, and the shot. Whitmore picks it back up, sauced over to McCall. McCall's got Jones in front, and coming in, third man is Connolly. Connolly puts it into the corner, and one-hands it, kicks it nicely to himself, guides it back up to the point, and the shot right on goal is having an opportunity there. Polzinski got pretty good wood on that one, as Connolly tries to sweep it in deep. Jones does so. Held by Robinson. Recovered by Campbell. The head man pass right on the mark. Brooks Wright picks it up as Whitmore stays on side. Wright drags it back in, looks for the trailer, and he sends it back up to the point, but it's read nicely by Connolly. And Mirror's got a hustle, does so, gets the puck back over, and Morona brings it in. Morona with the pass right in front, jamming away, and what a play as Burke does the splits and saves the goal. Whitmore brings it right back in, gets the shot, protects it. Morona chops at it, and Morona with the puck in his glove drops it. Andrew Jones working east-west is able to get enough of it, get it in deep before he goes for a line change. Here comes the forecheck. Castellino is there. The puck gets passed, and it's Brooks Wright. Wright challenged by Polzinski, as Wright takes it into the corner, reverse checks, takes all comers, passes the puck back over to Muir. Muir dances along the half boards, back down low, past Brooks Wright. Coveney banks it up the wall, but doesn't get enough of it. And recovering nicely was Terosian. Back over to Coveney. Coveney, watched closely by Ring, gives it up. And Coveney drags it back over to the edge of the circle. Goes down low, Muir's reversed with him, and Coveney with the puck gets tied up. He tumbles, play continues, and Chaparral is able to clear the zone. Simon Terosian with a pass to his D partner. Murr didn't have much room. And the whistle was blown, and let's see what the call was. Regardless, the faceoff is going to come back to Chaparral's end. Coveney squares up versus Justin Lee as Muir pinches in from his D position. And Muir with a quick little play puts it softly into the corner. Pair of 12s battle, Klinkhammer and Alfieri. Larson is able to pry it free. Larson, without a lot of room, finds Terosian. Terosian banks it off the boards. Here's the slap shot. Muir's shot was saved, and again, Klinkhammer, good-looking defenseman as he has been noticeable thus far. Chasing the puck down is Pierce Gregory, but getting there is Terosian. Terosian reverses. Muir finds the half boards, and Larson chips it ahead, back over to Alfieri, looking for Coveney, backhander, and a save made by Burke, who holds on. Great execution as Alfieri put it right on the tape of Coveney. Coveney without a lot of room to work with, but he picks up that puck, and you see that athleticism. And Burke tracks it, makes that save, keeps it a 1-goal game. 9:32 remaining second period. Walsh looks like he's going to go for the boards, and he does so as he wins it. Aiden Owen, planned play, back over to Carter Charles. Charles, back up high. Galushko shot and a shoulder save. Might have gotten the little piece of the blocker there as Burke jumped to make that save. As Carter Charles, his shot from the point is tracked down by Galushko. Galushko protecting the puck, sends it back, and Walsh's centering feet just gets past Carter Charles. Back up high to Chen. Chen works it back down low, looking for Walsh in tight. And Kulzinski with the puck marches out on the far side. Walsh is there, so is Galushko, and Kulzinski is finally canceled by Aiden Owen. Owen wasn't going to have any more of that as Carter Charles headmans it back over to Galushko. Back to Charles, the shot. And Carter Charles got deflected, his shot, as he protects the puck over in the far side corner. As he's met, picks it back up. Galushko with his shot tipped right in front is Walsh. He's a specialist at that. Meanwhile, puck is banked off the boards, up, not out. Aiden Owen with it, with Connolly in front of him. Guides it around one more time, and this time Chen, his co-defenseman, back down low. Sends it back to Galushko. Galushko knows the check's coming. It's Andrew Jones has got it pinned up. And getting some help from Kozinski. It's poked free, loose puck in the slot, cleared out. And playing the puck here is Cooper Robinson to keep things moving ahead and keep the pressure. Chen fans on it. And a matching 4 picks it back up. That was Castellino. And the quick shot is Andrew Jones. Got one from the sideboards. Meanwhile, Walsh back over to Fekete, tipped aside by Severson. And Fekete over along the half boards, guides it back over to Carter Charles. Charles pass deflected, and Chaparral sends it back over to the near side into the Valor end. Walsh with it. He's got a man on the far side. It's Barnes with it. Barnes being tracked by Severson. Barnes with it, sweeping pass. Walsh takes the shot, and Burke makes the save. Walsh came in as that puck was just about perfect, and that pass came right in. And there's the buzzer signaling the midpoint of this second period with the score 2-1, Valor over Chaparral. And so we'll take our break. This is Manny Furtado for Shaw Hockey Productions. We'll be back for the balance of the second and third period. Stay with us. 2-1, Valor over Chaparral in this championship game of the 2022 Twisted Wrist. Welcome back as the sticks banging up against the boards. We've started the second half of the second period. It's 2-1 Valor. And both teams are back to full strength. Chaparral in their away jerseys, sharp-looking dark blue jerseys with the red band across the center. Sort of looking like a Montreal with Chaparral, name across the chest. Valor with their new home whites with the baby blue, and I love that the yellow stripe that is a part of it as well. So terrific new uniforms for Valor. As catching it back up to the live action, Connolly chops at it. McCall's got it. McCall works in, takes the shot, and a save made by Robinson. Robinson got his blocker, and Walsh hustling up ahead. Burke guides it back over to the far side. Aiden Owen drops it there for Carter Charles. Carter Charles picks it back up, and the backhander, Walsh looking again. As Walsh was sensing a goal, Aiden Owen puts it back down into the corner and activates there. The puck is punched back out to center and retrieving his chin. Carter Charles picks it up nicely on his backhand, delivers it to Walsh, and Walsh with the head up looks for the centering feed. Klinkhammer was able to get a stick on it, pile up there, and Burke's got the puck, holds on. It's great to see the speed on this fresh ice here, as I absolutely love this Zam break right in the middle of the game. It makes the game go by so much faster. I wish my own personal bias, I wish the CPHL and CHASA would do it that way. They do it that way at a lot of the national tournaments at the Tier 1 level. Fekete off the face-off, bulldozes his way, and there's Maddox Charles looking for the loose puck, but Kulzinski comes away with it. A good-looking defenseman reverse checks into Tarosian. Tarosian goes down, but he bounces right back up, and Muir's got the puck. Muir has it stripped off his stick as Burgess applies some good forechecking pressure. Puck escapes the zone, back over to the defenseman, Peyton Rain. Rain banks it over on the far side. Fekete with a jump, steps in. Fekete drags it in, shot, it just goes up and over as he tumbles with Barnes. Fekete has some speed over on that far side. Watch him, he takes the angle, protecting the puck, brings it in, and goes up and over the net as he collided with Barnes. And the line with Maddox Charles, they'll take a quick breather, catch their breath as Garrett Coveney steps back onto the ice. So the right-handed shot going up against Christian Leon on this face-off. Puck gets past Kulzinski as Alfieri sends it back up high, in the shot by Campbell. He's right on target, and Burke is there. Shots on goal at the end of actually at the midway point was 31-19. Valor leading in that category. A couple of penalties have given Chaparral a couple of power plays. They've picked up a few shots on that. Klinkhammer with the puck. Jake Klinkhammer is tracked from behind and activating quickly is number 16, Christian Leon. Leon battling, is able to get it back up to the half boards, jamming the puck, and coming away over on the far side was Severson. Severson guides it back over, but a weak clearing attempt. The puck is picked back up, and Alfieri shot. He might have gotten caught from behind, right in front. The pass by Campbell. Morona's wrister. Retrieved back by Coveney. Coveney needs some support. And Leon sends it back over to the near side. Again, the pressure by Valor is relentless. Right in front, the centering feed tipped aside by an active stick, and marching out on the right-hand side was Castellino. Castellino protected the puck. Morona makes another good defensive play as he gets back. Twisting shot by Klinkhammer. And the pitchfork backhand over on the far side never got through. Valor's got the puck and they move it out. On the left-hand side, Alfieri's got Coveney. Can he get him to pass just beyond Coveney's stick? As there was a defenseman taken off that angle, Alfieri didn't have much to shoot at or much to pass at, but he almost found Coveney's stick. Campbell snaps it back over to Chen. And the underclassmen duo at defense teams up there is as Campbell goes for a line change, and Aiden Owen is back out there. Owen with a quick no-look feed back over to Brooks right. McCall gets a stick on it, and the bouncing puck is settled back at center. Chen, good-looking defenseman. He's got size, and he's got great hands. Loose puck is Brooks right. Back down low, trying to take advantage of a broken Chaparral stick. And jumping up ahead of the play is Burgess. Burgess brings it in. Backhand scores. We're tied. 2-2. Burgess up ahead of the play scores. And we have a tie game here at the 3:44 mark. And here you see Aiden Owen trying to get back. And Burgess with a power move drags it to his backhand. And he had an open net on the far side. Burgess gets his 6th goal of this tournament. And it is 2-2. As this Chaparral team, although trailing in shots, it doesn't matter. They've made them count when they've had to here. And puck back down, a wraparound attempt. And it's picked up by Kolzinski. And as Kolzinski knows that the net is off the moorings, and so holds on there. 3:31 remaining in this second period. We got a tie game, Twisted Wrister Championship at stake. And there's Galushko. Galushko going up against Justin Lee. And it's won by Lee into the corner and shuffled around by Ring to the near side. Puck right at the blue line, and Galushko does a terrific job of keeping that play alive. Finds Walsh's line mate. Walsh out of the corner, twists it back over to Galushko, who guides it back up to Muir. Muir with some room, takes the shot, bouncing puck right in front. Walsh trying to find the handle, picks it back up and finds it back over to Terosian. Terosian to Walsh. Walsh off his boots, guides it back over. Muir running out of real estate as pressuring there was Sam Burgess. Burgess lays a check. And coming away with the puck is Galushko. Galushko brings it into the zone, east to west, backhand feed, Carter Charles! And the shot, and the loose puck is Carter Charles right down Broadway. Made a couple of moves and almost put in a highlight reel goal. Puck is picked back up by Campbell. Campbell guides it off the boards, a bit too far, escapes the zone. It'll go for icing, apparently not. Walsh with it. Again, a no-look pass in front. Here comes Morona's drive. Misses the cage as Campbell puts it back down into the corner. Walsh up high, set from the circle, back side. Morona's shot. You can hear the stick of Burke reject that one. Back to Galushko, get some speed on it. Stepping in is Campbell in front. Shot, goal scored. Carter Charles gets the goal. Carter Charles scores as Chen stepped in from the right point, and Carter Charles picks up that loose puck and buries it. Here we get another shot as it goes off the end boards, and that was a pass all the way as he finds Carter Charles. You see Charles set up. Charles is directing traffic. The puck goes hard off the end boards. Charles gets himself set back up, and bang bang play. Carter Charles from Campbell. 3-2. Getting our notes here. Catching back over to the far side. Andrew Jones chased down by Aiden Owen. Gets the pass, though, right in front. The puck comes back up, and we've got a penalty as Aiden Owen's going to go to the box. And so with 1:46 remaining in this second period, Aiden Owen goes in, and he gets 2 minutes for a tripping call. So the third power play of the game. And so this one comes at the 1:46 mark. And so Connolly sets in to take the face-off, as Chaparral is 0 for 2 thus far on the power play, as Muir is able to get a backhander and goes the distance. Rick taps it there, and Fecity on the forecheck as he makes life miserable for Luke McCall. McCall casually sends it back over to Klinkhammer. Klinkhammer's sauce is picked up by Barnes at center ice. Klinkhammer will do it again. Connolly picks up speed over on the far side as he's wheeling through center. As he pokes it back in deep as Robinson plays center field, centering feed right off the stick of Connolly. Connolly picks it back up, reverses out of the corner, back down low to Jones. Jones looking for Klinkhammer, escapes the zone, and now Fecketti angles his man off. Klinkhammer does a good job and gets back. Boy, you don't see that often either. As Fecketti outraced his man, but Klinkhammer recovers nicely. Back over to Burke. Burke, as Chen pressures him. And the shot from the sharp angle, loose puck on the far side. Chen gets there. Poked free by Robinson and cleared out by Wright. 42 seconds remaining in the power play. 25 seconds in the game clock for the second period. So with time, Peyton Ring sets up and hands it off to Sam Burgess. Burgess with some speed as he's cut off on the near side. And did we have too many men on the ice? What are we looking at here? Referee on the far side. And apparently so, as the box is opened up at Chaparral's end. So Finnerock instructs Sam Burgess, who has one of the goals here this evening, into the box. So we're going to go 4-on-4, so too many men. And we've got 25 seconds of overlapping time. This one comes with 11 seconds remaining as power move there by number 25, Chase Whitmore. Whitmore tried to wrap it around, and so it goes for an icing call. We're coming back. We're at 4-on-4. And we're here from the Ice Ranch. They've got excellent pizza, as the fans are enjoying a pizza right behind me. As you can smell it, smells good. Have to wait till the end of the game here. Campbell is the lone defenseman back. Now there's Morona, as Morona's twisting shot as the buzzer sounds. So after 2 full periods, it is 3-2, Valor leads. And so let's recap the scoring here for you momentarily, as Alfieri got Valor off with a tipped play at the 16:44 mark, making it 1-1. Connolly on that breakaway made it 1-1. Fecketti 2-1. And that was all in the first period. That's how we ended the first period. In the second period, Sam Burgess scores to make it 2-2. And then Carter Charles gets the goal from Campbell. And that makes it 3-2. That's where we stand. Quick break. We'll be right back for the third and final period. This is Manny Furtado for Shaw Hockey. We're back, 17 minutes up on the board. Noah Fecketty's line is out there, is, I guess, an abbreviated line. He's got Maddox Charles along out with him. 14 seconds of overlapping time, and then Valor will have a power play. As Coveney starts things out, works his way through and finds Fecketti on the far side. Aiden Owen is back on the ice, and Valor's back to full strength with 1:30 in the power play. Coveney with the puck at the left point, watched closely by Connolly. Back over to Fecity with a man on the far side, and Klinkhammer takes away that pass. That's Maddox Charles, and Maddox Charles spins away from traffic, sends a nice no-look pass up against the boards, back over to Aiden Owen. Skips Charles' stick, and Alfieri scoops up the puck. Dragged off the boards by Aiden Owen, back down as Coveney waits for it. Alfieri tips it, and Coveney recovers with the puck, and a nice play as Ryan Connolly, the senior winger, gets enough of that and sends it the distance. He'll go for a line change. And Valor has 45 seconds remaining in the power play as Alfieri sidesteps the check, brings it back into the zone, and watch closely there, and takes it back down into the corner. His pass got deflected. Ring's got the puck, and Ring battling a couple of Valor players as Fecity guides it back over as Aiden Owen right on target. Burke makes the save. 24 seconds remaining in the power play. We're at the early stages of this third period, one-goal game. And so Owen Walsh's line back on the ice. Jenkins will take the face-off. I should say this is a mishmash of a couple of lines. As Galushko back over to Walsh, snapshot, scores! Owen Walsh scores and gets his fourth goal of the tournament. And that one was a beauty as he took that pass from Galushko, and Galushko picks up another assist. And this is a power play goal to make it 4-2 Valor at the 15:30 mark here. Power play goal as Walsh gets that tally. Walsh received a nice pass in the slot, and boy, he just beat Burke up high, straight ahead. So this one comes at the 15:22 mark of this third period. And so Jenkins will take another face-off. Brooks Wright stretches in, reels the puck back in, and protecting it, takes a shot, that one goes off glass, and nice job over on the far side by Campbell with some speed, holds the zone, back down low, as Jenkins draws him in, and sends it back over to Campbell. Campbell finds Jenkins, top of the circle, backhander back over to Morona, his shot, fought off by Burke, and the loose puck picked up one more time by Whitmore. Loses the handle, coming away with it is Pierce Gregory. Gregory tried to sidestep Campbell, but Campbell got a right boot on it, and Jenkins brings it back in, and Whitmore's offsides, or perhaps right, couldn't see. Either way, stoppage in play, 14:39 remaining in this third period. Valor up by 2, championship game. Christian Leon versus Coveney. And Coveney chops it back over to Muir. Jeremy Muir tracks down the puck. Back up, Larson stretching for it, can't come up with it. Alfieri looking for it, Larson's swinging at it. Finally, it's batted in by Christian Leon in deep. Jeremy Muir with some speed. And a soft pass off the boards, and no look backhander. Alfieri, Leon tumbled, bodies going down left and right. Here comes Larson. Larson forced wide by a good defensive play there by number 4. And it's right in front. Coveney's shot. Back to the live action. Alfieri sauces it over to Muir. And Burke had to stretch to try and make that save. It just whistles wide on the glove side. Alfieri working against Klinkhammer. Right in front. Coveney's shot off of Leon's shin pad. And Edward Chen back outside of the zone finds Alfieri right in front, and this time making a play was Burke, and then he had to make a save on his own defenseman as it ricocheted off a defenseman. Had to be alert, hustling Andrew Jones far side as he's double teamed. Chen was there, and Valor sweeps the puck back out to center. Cross ice dump in, and with time it's Morona. Morona out of the corner is stalled as Andrew Jones applies some pressure. Muir off the left wing boards, and Galushko's pass on the mark. Coveney works it through, but Connolly was there and forces an offsides. Next goal is a big one. Can Chaparral draw to within one? They've got 12:50 remaining in this third period to get a couple of tallies. And racing for it with Connolly, as Campbell did a nice job getting back and holding him off. Walsh is able to get it back out to center. Chopped right back in and on goal, and not knowing where that puck is Cooper Robinson finally fishes it out of the left pad. Burgess with Gregory sitting back behind him. Going up against Walsh, the senior centerman. There's only 5 seniors on this Chaparral team. Connolly being one of them. Number 21 has been noticeable here this afternoon. As Galushko with some speed, sidesteps the check, puts it in deep. Takes a big shoulder check from Justin Lee, and with the puck back below the line, Galushko centered it back up high. Morona's got it. Morona guides it and just gets past. Carter Charles is there, swings at it. Owen Walsh, and the twisting shot by Carter Charles just goes wide. Morona holds the line as he keeps it in play. Morona collides into a host of Chaparral players. Galushko with it. Galushko holds off his man, delivers it to Morona, back to Walsh. Walsh steps out from the corner, and his shot is deflected into the netting. 11:35 remaining third period. Valor saw James Stark earlier in the tournament. He was the goalie for Chaparral in that first matchup between these two teams. And there's Fekete from his knees trying to come away with it. Leon bats it down and touches it back up. Christian Leon, the senior centerman, puts it in behind Cooper Robinson. Aiden Owen hoisted along the half boards, and the shot from the half boards is saved by Cooper Robinson. Back down into the corner. Chen with a no-look backhand over to the far side. Tapped ahead, trying to work his way through was Aiden Owen. Barnes with the puck. He's got Fekete right on the doorstep. Back over to Fekete, just misses as, boy, what a setup there from Aiden Owen. Back up high. Maddox Charles, his shot. Fekete spinning out of the corner, chases it down on the near side. He's got Aiden Owen up high, puts it down low. Barnes has to do some heavy lifting. Back up high, back to Barnes. Barnes in tight quarters. Chen comes up with it, runs out of room, and Klinkhammer has it. 1-on-3. Klinkhammer will take that shot. Robinson makes the blocker save, and looking for the long stretch pass was Chen. Nobody home, we're coming back. 10:20 remaining third period, 2-goal game. Valor leads in this championship game. It's a great tune-up for the CPHL season. The CPHL season, which is the preseason to the Chassis season, determines who goes to the national championship game, or the national championship tournament. Last year, 3 Colorado teams made it, Regis, Valor, and East. East won their division. There's a couple of different divisions. There was a quick shot by McCall that just misses the mark. McCall trying to track it down. Ring's got the puck, puts it back in. Far side of Morona. With Jones on him. He's able to get it back out to center. Tip to Ring. Ring sends it past McCall. Back down to Cooper Robinson's cage. Muir thinks about it. He sets it back up and sends a hard pass off the half boards. Punched right back in. Morona tries to get it past McCall, can't do so. Jenkins was there. Jenkins with a strong stick holds his man off. McCall, terrific job. McCall wouldn't give up on that puck. Comes up with it, sends it back over to Connolly, and the bouncing puck in on Robinson. He covers and holds. 9:27 to go in this third period. I haven't seen shots on goal here recently, as Chaparral has got a little life to him. They're trailed by 2. They need a goal here. They got 9:27 to get a couple. Justin Lee has been playing center for a majority of this game, as he's flanked by Gregory and Burgess. Burgess sets up against the wall, and Ring is back behind him. Gregory tipped it there. Alfieri waits for Aiden Owen, and Owen finds his line mate as he sends it back over to Campbell. Campbell up ice, right in front, shot backhander. Coveney, boy, that was reminiscent, those two, Alfieri and Coveney. That was identical to the play earlier in that second period where Coveney almost got a goal off that feed from Alfieri. And there's Coveney, sends it back over. Alfieri picks up that puck as he looks for trailers. Alfieri brings it back in. His backhander just misses wide. Coveney's backhand shot as the save was made. Back over, a snap pass over to the far side as Aiden Owen was looking for his line mate Campbell, and stretching ahead, Klinkhammer protecting the puck with the shot and a save, but the big rebound was right in front, scooped up by Coveney, and back over to Alfieri. Alfieri at the tail end of a shift takes that shot. Carter Charles with the puck, puts it back down low. Campbell works it off the wall on the far side. He gets hung up, and the puck is cleared, but to a waiting Galushko. Galushko near side. Walsh sidesteps the check, feeds one in tight. Carter Charles was there, couldn't get to it. Puck comes back up high. Chen's drive, and the shot is saved, made by Peter Berg. Berg hangs on as Valor finally gets some life there, as they had some trouble with Chaparral. Chaparral was able to apply some pretty decent pressure. Bouncing puck back up to the point. Chen guides it around. Walsh waits for it. As Walsh is watched there closely, Carter Charles is able to get away from the pressure, but Leon makes the seal. Put right back in. Klinkhammer is chasing. Charles is there and drags it up the wall. Carter Charles. Backhand feed. Klinkhammer has it. A sauce up ice. And the icing call is coming. Chaparral looking to spring a player behind Valor's defense. Valor's been solid there. Jeremy Muir is teamed up with Chen now. Aiden Owen had been playing with Chen. It's a good opportunity for both teams and the coaches to get a good look at these new players. There's Chen's snapshot. Berg makes the glove save. And as I said, just a handful of players. This was Valor was a junior-laden team last year. Puck comes back over to Chen. Chen looks for Maddox and skips his stick and back down low. Fekete is there. Always tough in a 2-on-1 perhaps. Connolly brings it in, takes the shot as he looks for a 5-hole. And again, Cooper Robinson, another save. Connolly tries to tip that puck. Boy, has he been impressive here today as he got back behind the defense. As the pass right in front of McCall, tip play. The net comes off the moorings, I think. Or do we have a penalty? I think that just came off the moorings. And terrific opportunity as waiting right in front was McCall. McCall almost tipped that one back behind Cooper Robinson. But as it is, we've got a 2-goal lead with 7:02 remaining in this third period. Justin Lee off the faceoff, going up against Jenkins. Campbell over to the far side, and Morona looking up ahead for Brooks Wright. Pass got tipped. Jenkins continues to battle for it. Ring comes away with it. Angles it off the mid-ice boards. Campbell, snap pass right. The man trailing on him, that's Lee. Jenkins protects the puck as he gets shoved into the boards. Ring tries to wrap it around over to the far side. Whitmore with it, puts a soft pass in front. And Chaparral is able to come back out to center, but not far. Brooks Wright with the puck again. Looks for Whitmore. Back on the stick of Gregory. Gregory up ice as Jones. Jones is able to get past, chases it back down to the end boards. Surrounded, and Whitmore's got it. Whitmore, nice play off his boot. Picks up the loose puck, squares up and takes the shot through the defenseman ring. Guides it back over to the far side. McCall's got it. Hoists it, takes a high check. Bouncing puck. Whitmore's got it. Picked off his stick. Coming away with it is Jones. Jones with the shot as he used Campbell as a screen. Connolly down low. Jones right in front. McCall's there. Backhand. Robinson is solid side of the cage. Bouncing puck. And it comes free to Campbell. Campbell tries to hoist it out. Glove down by McCall. Kept in Valor's zone. This time right on target as Aiden Owen avoids the icing call with 5:17 and counting in this third period. Puck comes back over to the near side. As Jones was able to tip it in, avoids the icing call. And Chen sauces one back over to the near side. Bangs hard off the boards. Right on the stick of Larson. Larson upended. Play continues, and it doesn't. As we've got a tripping call, perhaps a knee, as Christian Leon is going to go to the box here, and Valor gets a, and it's a 2-minute call, and it is knee. So here in this third period, Valor gets their third power play of the game. This one comes at 4:58. And so with a 2-goal lead and a 2-minute power play, Valor's got their top line out there with Noah Fekete. He's got Alfieri, Aiden Owen, Kovney, and Maddox Charles up high. Sophomore Maddox Charles is working the point there on the far side as Fekete feeds in the puck. Charles with some good skills moves it back down to Alfieri. Alfieri out of the corner. Charles quickly to Aiden Owen. Owen slides it over. Fekete down low. Give a go. And the goal scored as Fekete got it back and puts it up and over Burke. You can't draw it up any nicer than that. As Fekete sent it back down to Kovney. And Garrett Kovney looks for his line mate. And there's Fekete in the slot, and he finds the top half of Burke's cage. Second power play goal of the game for Valor. As Walsh got one earlier, it is now 5-2. As Fekete from Kovney makes it 5-2 at the 4:38 mark. So with the 3-goal lead, Galushko tries to tip it past his man, unable to. Galushko still battling for it. He got tied up with Severson. Severson, a physical defenseman, tips it into the corner, finds Klinkhammer. And bouncing puck. Pierce Gregory tries to get to it, but Muir beats him to it. Muir moves it up against the wall and up and out of the zone. Severson sails one in, cross ice dump. Galushko awaiting. Marona's there. Walsh picks it up off the half boards. Muir got tied up. He's got some help from a man right in front calling for the puck. That was Pierce Gregory. There's puck right in front as Andrew Jones took a whack at it. Coming away with the puck, Carter Charles. Charles made the move at the blue line, and Morona steps off sides. Severson goes tumbling. As I mentioned, we've got a good crowd here to our left and to our right. standing room only. Sometimes it's tough to see with the girders here, but they're pretty much filling. And Simon Tarosian is going off the ice. I did not see what happened to him, but he is getting some assistance there, as Tarosian will, as he goes off the ice, as he was helped by both Campbell and Aiden Owen. He wasn't putting a lot of pressure on his right skate, so we'll see what that is about with the CPHL season just ahead of us here. Luke McCall has it tipped off his stick by Larson. Larson with some good stick work back behind the cage, as he'll go around the world. McCall makes a nice play, steals the puck. 2-on-1. Connolly, McCall takes the shot, and Robinson makes the save. 3:06 remaining in this third period. Andrew Jones has 3 goals in this tournament. Sets up against Jenkins. Jenkins, good-looking sophomore, as he has a goal in this tournament as well. Puck goes the distance, and we're coming back. And Sawyer Judd, number 5. And there's a ball that found its way to the ice. Sometimes you see things fall directly above as there is no room there. The fans are right on top of the ice. You have to look down from this viewpoint. Things have dropped down, and perhaps an announcer's notes one time dropped onto the ice. Stoppage of play. Aiden Owen trying to work this side of, and the bouncing puck comes all the way over to Whitmore. Whitmore sized up there. The shot, and it goes up and out of play. Whitmore found himself with Sawyer Judd just in front of him, as that clearing attempt bounced right to him at center ice. He picks up that puck and had a good scoring opportunity in on Burke, but Burke holds him off, and it's a 3-goal game. 5-2, 2:32 remaining in the contest. As Maddox Charles hands it off back over to Chen. Chen puts it in deep, and Henry Barnes works off the wall. He's got Morona up high, brings it back up, thinks about the give and go, takes the shot as he had all sorts of room in front of him. As the defenseman went with Morona, and Henry Barnes was able to take it right down the slot and get a good snapshot in on Burke. Puck over on the far side, and coming away with it is Sam Burgess. Burgess looks ahead. All the way back down behind Cooper Robinson's cage is Morona. Morona is able to get it back out to center ice. Looks for the return feed from Maddox Charles. And four Valor players there. Pick up the puck and move it back over to the far side. Burgess stretches for it. Burke sprawls. And the puck back up high to Morona. Quickly to the right-hand side is Chen's shot. And on the doorstep there was Noah Fecity trying to get a tip past Burke. Unable to there. 1:36 remaining as Burke holds on to that puck here. He's been terrific. He's faced an awful lot of shots here from this Valor squad. Faced a lot versus Regis. And he gave his team not only a chance, but gave him a win on the shootout. Puck comes back over to the near side as Muir backs out. Connolly disrupted there as he almost ran into the official. And a nice play as Fecity moved it back. Or was that Muir? That was Muir. And the pass picked up nicely on the backhand by Carter Charles as he is flanked by Bontempo. And the bouncing puck as Galushka was looking for it. Burke's stick went flying. Andrew Jones with the puck. Tries to get it in deep. Campbell, athletically, picks it back up and sends it back over to the near side half-boards. We're in the final minute of play as Galushko with McCall on him, and Galushko avoids the check, sends it back over to Carter Charles. Charles again finds the angle, takes the shot, and Burke makes the save. Good play as Carter Charles, and you saw Galushko there teaming up. Galushko did a nice job taking the puck out of the zone, and here we had a replay as we had Mira right on the doorstep here. And Garrett Coveney will take this face-off, wins it back over to the wall, and Alfieri with the puck on his backhand. He was challenged there by Judd. Alfieri working off the wall, finally it's picked up, and bouncing puck gets past Chen. Right on the stick is Castellano with it. Castellano is hassled from behind, and Aiden is able to dislodge the puck. Coveney is able to work it past through center, finds Larson. Larson drags it into the zone. And Larson with the puck on the far side, finds it back up high. The shot, Burke answers with the glove. 9.6 seconds remaining. Valor sets themselves up for a final face-off, perhaps. And it's Coveney. Draws in. And puck is sent the distance. They're going to let it go wisely, and that will do it, as Valor has won their third consecutive Twisted Wrister tournament, winning 5-2 over Chaparral Wolverines. Congratulations, Valor and Coach Gwozdecki on a terrific tournament as they go undefeated to win this championship game, and this is a great tune-up for the CPHL season. And the banner is on the ice, so ceremonial handshake as Peter Burke played a terrific game for Chaparral, and great tradition here as Coach Gwozdecki's squad makes a statement with this game. Chaparral beat Regis to get to this final. And you got to love the Twisted Wrister logo with the little tornado man. And they've got the couple of banners over on the far side, and there was Cooper Robinson having a conversation with Burke, Peter Burke. Congratulate him. There's Connolly, who got a goal past Cooper Robinson. And Ryan Finnefrock, along with Coach Gwozdecki at center ice. Final shots on goal, 58-31 in favor of Valor. So and Chaparral, and there's Andrew Jones. And the tournament runner-up banner goes to Andrew Jones. And this is the 11th annual Twisted Wrister. Valor Christian wins it. Aiden Owen, Noah Fekete go out to accept the championship banner. Third consecutive one for Valor. Some new faces, but a lot of familiar faces, as I mentioned. This is a heavy senior team this year. Last year was a heavy junior team. Ten seniors on this team, and Here they've got their championship banner and championship photo with the scoreboard in the background. And there you see Trudeau Coffee along with Cooper Robinson down low. And a terrific photo. I'm sure you'll see this on social media coming up here soon. So final score 5-2. Valor wins the Twisted Wrister, the 11th annual Twisted Wrister tournament. Congratulations, Valor. And thank you for tuning in to Shaw Hockey. This is Manny Furtado, along with Mike Shaw, Suzanne Shaw, and Jameson Charles did some camera work for us as well. So again, Valor heads into the CPHL tournament with some momentum here. So we look forward to seeing that. Those games come up in the next week. Again, final score 5-2. Manny Furtado for Shaw Hockey. Good night.
See you, buddy.